One second, guys. Weird that didn't update. One second, guys. I have to update something here. All right, there we go. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 24 stream here on Twitch. I'm NextJGGen24, and yes, today is the day that we check out Season 3. Season 3 came out yesterday. They, obviously, I was not streaming yesterday. I had to work, but today I'm more than able to go ahead and check it out. Now, many of you are probably wondering, why am I in the main menu? Why am I not in Diamond Dynasty? That's because I wanted to show you guys that I have not touched this game since I last played it, okay? I've not played any Road to the Show franchise, storylines, whatever. I did not touch this game at all because when I go in, you're gonna see it's just as raw as I am when I get in there. So how about we actually get in there? Let's see what we got. CJ, you have to know that yesterday. Hang on here. Looks like we got a bit of a problem. Hold on. Wow, did not know that. But yes, CJ is making a point there. Roy Halladay with 100 power with a boost from David Ortiz. What he's talking about is we have a lot of out of position guys that are part of the new mode. Oh God, they had to make Noah Syndergaard. Ugh. All right, well, then that's what I gotta deal with. Jesse Winker too? Oh man. Is Jesse Winker a 94 overall? Good. Oh, but it's not a choice pack. I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even check out the wildcard slots. Yeah, how about that? They kept everyone's wildcard slots there. Here we go. So this is what I was trying to get to, but it looks like Season 3, I had a Cornerstone and a 5 show pack starter kit to start off. And then obviously a lot of Season 2 stuff you guys could see there. If you completed the Adrian Beltre program, you got 50 XP. If you completed the Moment of Glories program, that's 100. Or I'm sorry. If you completed Adrian Beltre's program, the Moments of Glory program, the 2024 All-Star Week collection, the Season 2 Awards collection, and the Action Figures collection, then you got a lot of XP heading into Season 3. As you can see right there. That looks like, to me, that's 60,000 XP plus 6 Ballin' is a Habit packs. Wow, so there's going to be a Season 5. There's not going to be a season. There's going to be a short Season 4. I mean, we're talking only less than a month, just over a month for Season 4. Wow. Obviously, a lot of rewards here. The main ones, Craig Biggio, Ricky Henderson, Mariano Rivera, Randy Johnson, and Hank Aaron, all 99s. Obviously, need to adjust the lineup so that they're fit to Season 3, because otherwise you cannot um, play a lot of the maps or anything. And as CJ was mentioning, wildcard slots. I already have 4 of them, as you could see there in the top right. This lineup is clearly not season 4 eligible, or season 2 eligible. Excuse me. As you can see here, I got a lot of. I even got one of these. Oh, maybe I could get Noah Syndergaard. Oh, that'd be great. Just looking at the captains for right now, it looks like we have O'Neill Cruz, Stephen Kwan, Brandon Lowe, and Mike Mussina. Those are our options for season 3. Let me just take a look at these guys. Brandon Lowe, good power, but not great vision. Not great defense either. O'Neill Cruz, kind of the same thing. Definitely has a lot of arm strength. And then there's Mike Mussina. Not going to strike out a ton of guys. Definitely not high on the velo. And then the other one is Stephen Kwan. Honestly, I know this seems weird, but I feel like Stephen Kwan is the best card out of all of these. Yeah, the O'Neill Cruz and Brandon Lowe have power, but they have such low vision that it really doesn't matter. I'm not surprised DeGrom got a shortstop card. You got to remember when he played at Fullerton, not Fullerton. Damn it! I was just at that college earlier this year, or we passed by it. When he was at college, he actually played at shortstop. In fact, the Mets drafted him as a shortstop. They only turned him into a pitcher. So, I think a lot of people forget that. I haven't had a chance to take a look at the out of the position guys yet. I'm just looking at what we've got here. So I could get Noah Syndergaard. There's also Pete Crow Armstrong. Wow, they gave Pete Crow Armstrong a lot of freaking velocity. The only thing is he has no control. You can see by his walks per 9 rating, so that might be an issue. You also have Brandon Crawford as a starting pitcher. I'm guessing that these guys don't have secondary positions. Yeah, he's. Oh my God! Look at that. He's got no power. No, he can't bat at all. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh, some do, some don't. Yeah, like I could see Paul Konerko. He can play catcher, but he can also play third base as well. Obviously, he's not going to be a pitcher, but relief pitcher Jose Trevino, he has no secondary positions, so it's not like he could play catcher. Very interesting that they gave him a lot of freaking velocity and everything, but you got to make these 95s good somehow. So you got to bump up their stats. What about Noah Syndergaard? I just want to check that out. Okay, yeah, it makes sense that he has a lot of power. You have to remember, before the whole DH rule, Noah Syndergaard was like one of those pitchers that could hit. He hit several home runs as a pitcher for the Mets. In fact, there was one, I think it was against the Toronto Blue Jays or something, but he got a hold of one and he drove it out to center field. So where's my hitting stroke Marcus Stroman card? Your what Marcus Stroman card? Oh, six pitcher 6 captain packs. So this contains 2 diamond choice packs and 5 show packs to start out. Okay. I'm just gonna open this real quick. Okay, so free jumbo pack in the market. Oh, I did not know that. Hold on. Let me go grab that. I can't believe I missed that. But it's not like I need. If anything, these cards are merely just for whatever I sell. Like that's all they are. Okay, so it's a Legends, Barrier Breakers, and 5 show packs. That's what they meant by diamond cards. Okay, I was kind of hoping it would have been a live series, but what can you do? All right, so there is that. Now let's go check out the program because I didn't mention that. Right, so that's where it was. Okay. So that's where I got the captain's pack is all the or the through the XP reward pack. Looks like you got Dansby Swanson, Gold Glove from 2023. I'm like 100K from Hank Aaron. Wow. And then obviously signature or finest flashback series Jake Diekman. Although be warned, he does walk a lot. I mean, if if anyone's I'd say the walks per 9 rating is pretty accurate. And then you have Craig Biggio. You also have Hank Aaron as well. So those are the two that you could get along the XP reward path, along with Dansby Swanson. You could get Craig Biggio and Hank Aaron. And these are very short. Like if you look, it's only at 350,000 XP. So not that much. Plus you also have to remember that this weekend it's double XP. So take advantage of that. We say we go check out the Team Affinity Programs, the new ones. All right, so we got a lot of so this is where the Jacob deGrom card that I was speaking about. This is yes, I'm aware. Yes, gamer, I'm aware. I'm aware. It's only one of two. So they're gonna release more later on in the year. But this is the one that I was most interested in that I was referring to earlier, Jacob deGrom, and it's great that he could play second and third as well. For starting pitcher, you have Austin Riley. Again, don't even think about trying to put him as a DH because he's got no power whatsoever. I mean, when these guys that are pitchers and everything, their batting stats are nerfed. So don't even think about trying to put them as batters because it's just not going to work. You also have a DH Dontrell Willis. Cannot play any other position, so he is primarily a DH. Looks like he has good. He definitely has better stats against righties than lefties. So let's see. Aaron Nola, another shortstop card. Probably not going to get this card, or not going to go with this card early on. I prefer Jacob deGrom, but at least he's a solid shortstop. And then for catcher, you have Bryce Harper. Okay, that makes sense. I was kind of hoping that they would have put the out of position guy to be Kyle Schwarber, but Schwarber, his secondary position is catcher, so I think that's what I was going for. Um, the way that I see this going is I'm definitely going to take Jacob deGrom first. Then you guys know I always want to go shortstop, or starting pitcher, so that'll go to Austin Riley. Then we'll probably go Bryce Harper. I guess we'll also go. We'll go with Dontrell Willis, ending off with Aaron Nola. Oh wait, was that all in the program? Or was that all that's in the program? I don't want to miss anything. Doesn't look like it. Okay. So now the AL East, you have relief pitcher Manny Machado. Again, actually, this guy you can put him as a DH if you want. You could. He at least has some batting stats. Not too many, but some batting stats. So you could definitely place him there. I think it's kind of interesting that they don't give him a secondary position, yet they give him pretty solid fielding stats. I just find that interesting. Hunt Cutter Crawford, shortstop, a guy that is very contact heavy, but at least can field. So that's good. He can field. Not going to hit a lot of home runs, but has decent power. Not going to steal a lot of bases either. Like you could take a look at that. The steal and base aggression, the bars. I know I'm kind of blocking the numbers right now, but you could take a look at that. That the there's a huge gap to where I would not recommend using this guy as as a steal guy. So this is probably the 50 that they were teasing when they talked about it. I think a lot of people thought it would be flashback Mookie, and it's not. It's Cutter Crawford. So Mariano Rivera, let's check him out. Oh yeah, that's pretty solid. And he's got some decent steal and base aggression. Not too much. I don't maybe I would try to steal with him, but I wouldn't do it too often. But yeah, he's got some pretty solid stats right there. That's pretty good. Mariano Rivera as a center fielder. First base, Shane McClanahan, definitely a power hitter. Can play left or right field, so that's a good sign. But not too much fielding, so don't expect him to have a gold glove. Okay. And then second base, Roy Halladay. Yeah, I could definitely see why you would say that. Yeah, and plus, Holiday can also play third, short, and and across the outfield. So really, the only two positions he can't play is first and catcher. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Um, I you know what? I think I have to agree. I think I have to agree that Mariano Rivera and Roy Halladay are the best. Um, I prefer power guys, so I think McClanahan is would be third, followed by Machado for because I want a reliever, and then Cutter Crawford. So that's the AL East. We'll take a look at the AL Central next. Relief pitcher, you have Adam Dunn. Okay. So obviously, a good day he throws righty, but not a lot of control. That's, I mean, that's or not a lot of velocity. So I think that's rather interesting that they put his strikeouts per nine at 97, yet his velocity is freaking 80. Let's see if he has any quirks. He's a good homebody, so he plays better at home. Cy Young, a first baseman. I'm glad that he's not a pitcher because I hate to use his windup. Um, with the Indians too. I thought he was more. I thought he played with Boston. Did he play with the Indians afterwards, or not the Indians? Sorry, Cleveland. Um, as a first baseman, I mean, pretty decent fielding stats. Looks like he has decent speed too for a first baseman. So, and I mean, I would hope that he would have had a lot more power. If I'm being honest, I wish he had a lot more power. But still, in the 80s is pretty good. Pretty good. Good vision. So not a bad card. Riley Green as a reliever. Walks per nine is definitely an issue, or is somewhat of an issue, rather. And that's funny because he doesn't have a lot of velocity either. I mean, 90 is still pretty good, but when you consider 7.9, you would think they wouldn't have a lot of control, which he doesn't either. So, okay, maybe I'm wrong on that. I like that he's got 5 pitches, so that's good. Although I was hoping to see a lot more starters, and it looks like I got one in Byron Buxton. Yeah, no control, low walk per nine for Buxton. Does he have any batting stats? No, but he can run. So not that that's going to do any good. Not with the starting pitcher. It's not going to do any good. Yeah, gamer, you have to understand the quirks don't matter to me. They really do not have. The quirks don't matter to me. I get that they have a lot of boosts, but in my mind, they don't matter. So taking a look at Zach Greinke, I like his batting stats. I wish his vision was up a little bit more. His fielding stats, I like it. For a shortstop, I would hope it'd be a little bit better, but it is what it is. Same thing with speed. I wish that would be a little bit better. That doesn't look like it's in the 80s. Yeah, except that I don't go online, or I try not to go online. So I think the way that this would go is, I would probably take Zach Greinke first, then Byron Buxton, Cy Young, um, Riley Green, and then Adam Dunn. I think those would be the guys that would be the order I'd take them. Let's take a look at the NL Central. DH Jake Arrieta. Good to see he's back. I'm not too thrilled about the division. That kind of kills it to me. That's pretty much freaking first baseman Joey Gallo. Well, actually, a little bit better than Joey Gallo, but still, it's like vision is not that great. So, and his fielding stats are not that great either. Yes, he's a designated hitter, but if I wanted to play him at second, well, that defense is going to go down. So let's pick out Ellie De La Cruz. Miguel Sano. Yeah, I'd agree with that. The big concern I have here, that walks per nine. Okay, so he also has outliner as well. Oh, he has two outliers. Okay. The home runs per nine, I wish that'd be a little bit higher, but his fastball and slider, so his fastball could go up to say like 102 miles per hour, and his slider could go up to 95. That's like Edwin Diaz-esque pitching, essentially. CC Sabathia. Interesting. DH, but can play first, so it still would be a silver even if he was a first baseman. Vision, not bad. Not bad at all. Paul Skeens as a catcher. I like that. I don't like the vision, though. I think I would prefer him to be a catcher. Unfortunately, he's not. He doesn't have all that much power. He has pretty good power, but it's not that high. And for someone with 65 vision, you would hope that be a little bit higher. Fielding wise, yeah, not too bad. And then, of course, Mason Wynn for starting pitcher. Oh my gosh, another guy with low walks per nine. I mean, honestly, at least that's better. That walks per nine is better than Ellie De La Cruz. Not a lot of control though. Not a lot of control, so that explains the walks. Does he have outlier? Yes, he does. So he could get up to 102 as well. Um, I'm not really sure what order. I guess I would go. I guess I would go Mason Wynn, then CC Sabathia. I think Jake Arrieta would be next. Yeah, Jake Arrieta, Paul Skeens, and then Ellie De La Cruz. That's how I would do it. As for the NL West, or I'm sorry, the AL West, you have Nolan Ryan in center field. Oh, this is a guy you definitely want leading off for you. I like this. Vision's not too bad either. But don't expect a lot of accuracy. He has good fielding and great arm strength. Just don't expect a lot of react or a lot of accuracy from him. So probably safer just to hit the cutoff man. But I like what I'm seeing with the blue bars there, the speed, steal, and base aggression. So definitely a guy I would lead off with. So I like that. Mike Trout. Oh my gosh. And you could put him as DH. Oh, yes. See, that is the kind of card that I would want. That's pretty much Babe Ruth-esque. In fact, he may actually be better as a DH than he would be as a starting pitcher. Still solid as a starting pitcher, but you don't want to miss out on those batting stats. So if anything, he would be a DH. Mark McGwire. Let's see these. This Mark McGwire version clearly was not on steroids. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, so definitely a reliever. Yeah, I like that. He doesn't have it's a it's a good walk per nine. That's good. I like to see that, especially from someone that doesn't have too many um it, or doesn't have I don't know where I was going. It doesn't have too much velocity or too much control. Performs better at home, performs better playing, and performs better when team is behind. Okay, let's check out this left field, Randy Johnson. This has to be interesting. Oh my gosh. Wow, definitely. See, I like this. I like that. Oh, but he's a righty. I thought he would be a lefty. Dang. I was about to say you could commit some serious lefty on lefty crime with this card, but you can't really. All right. Vision ain't bad. Could be better, but it's not bad. You superfractor him, he's 79 vision. Speed doesn't look all that much. If I had to guess, probably 68. But don't expect to steal a lot of bases with him. And then Jonaheim playing in third, or at third, excuse me. I like that he's got decent, pretty good fielding stats. Not going to steal a ton of bases. Kind of a weird, definitely a better lefty hitter. Definitely a lefty hitter, but can at least hit for contact against righties. So and a switch hitter too. I'm sure that's okay. I'll be honest here. I think this is by far the best out of all of them. I mean, Mike Trout still has the power, so he could play. He could play in DH if you need him to, and as a starting pitcher. I like Nolan Ryan. I like his stats. And Randy Johnson, I mean, that's just great in my mind. Not a great fielder, but a great bat. McGwire, unfortunately, no steroids for him. um, but decent reliever. Yeah, I gotta say, AL West definitely has to be my favorite so far. But we'll take a look at the NL West now. We have Zach Gallen, clearly a contact guy, and I'm kind of disappointed he doesn't have steal or base running aggression. So, I mean, I guess you could put him like second in your order and just have him back guys that are leading off for you. Guess you could do that. Charlie Blackmon, clearly no batting stats. A lefty reliever, those are always good, and he has pretty good stats too. You know, has the control, velocity's not too bad. No quirks though. He's not a quirk guy. Okay. Kenley Jansen at catcher, another contact guy, especially for no speed. I mean, at least he's a switch hitter, but not a lot of power with that one. Jake Cronenworth, I think Gamer or CJ were talking about this earlier. Jake Cronenworth. I like his, I mean, his, this is a pretty solid pitcher. In all honesty, I might say he's the best card out of all these that I've seen so far. And then Willie Mays as a third baseman. Wow, they nerfed his power. I mean, can still, and they nerfed his steal and base running aggression too. Okay, but at least he still has his speed. He can play third, he can play first, and he can play short. He still has his fielding. Yeah, if I'm gonna be honest, if you're looking for power, which is generally what I'm looking for, then the NL West is not really for you because your best power hitter is Willie Mays. So I'm not too high on this program. But that is the NL. That is the NL or all the team affinities for you. Those are all the team affinity ones. Now let's go check out. Let's go check out the collection ones. Oh, so if you collect one of the cards, which you could get another wild card slot, which is interesting because I already have all four unlocked. So that means I get 5. I would get a 5th one. I think that's kind of interesting. But anyway, I'm sorry. No, it's just for new play. Oh, well, that's disappointing. Can't have more than 4. So they literally just gave us like 2 wildcard slots in season 3 for no reason. Cool. All right, 99 Mariano Rivera. I mean, personally, I don't know why you would want this card when you were gonna have the center fielder. So why did we just get 2 Mariano Riveras right off the bat? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And then Jackie Robinson. I mean, this is a very solid card. Okay, it looks like we also have these. Yeah, these are the other ones as well. Why did we get another Randy Johnson if we already have one? Yeah, this is one that I would definitely see a lot of people abusing. Yep, this definitely makes sense. Okay, very solid pitcher. I mean, by far the best pitcher out there. Lou Gehrig, they gave him a lot of power. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think I'm done. I'm done with online for the year. Why is that? Pretty much, yeah. I think Randy Johnson would just be absolutely abused. Lou Gehrig definitely the best hitting first baseman out there, and then Ricky Henderson. I think a lot of people would just put Ricky as leadoff and just like abuse him. So these cards, I could definitely see Randy and Ricky being abused. Lou Gehrig, I'm sorry to say he has solid power and everything, or he's a solid batter, but he would probably be my last pick. Now, I also understand there's a special collections reward here as well. Well, I guess we could check out the first season award, season 3 award guy, which is Yainer Diaz. But the out of position guys, you got 96 overall Bob Gibson that could play catcher. Okay. I mean, honestly, this guy is a heck of a lot better than Paul Skeens. I'm sorry to say that, but he is. And he's a switch hitter, too. So I definitely like that. And especially since his fielding is so high, you can even play him at shortstop if you want him. So I like that. Hunter Green, shortstop for the Reds. I don't like that he doesn't have a lot of power. And if I try to play him at I would probably play him at second if I didn't want to play him at short. Definitely has a lot of power. Not necessarily. I thought Mariano Rivera and Randy Johnson had some pretty good cards in their outfielders. Yeah, Trout for sure. Trout for sure. But Hunter Green, not bad. Not bad. Definitely a power hitting shortstop. And then let's see, Michael Lorenzen. Yeah, this definitely has shades of Nolan Ryan. Actually, he's even better than Nolan Ryan out there in center field because he has a lot more accuracy. So Michael Lorenzen, you could actually play him in center field, and he'll freaking throw it home and probably gun the guy. The only downside to him is he doesn't have a lot of vision. But I think the fielding stats and the speed make up for that. And then finally, Anthony Rizzo, starting pitcher. No surprise here, but just like Mike Trout has that power. No quirks though, so don't expect a lot of quirks. But with that said, he can be used. He can be used as a DH. So I do like that. I do like that. Let's see what the GOATS collections have been or items have been added. All right. Let's see. What is there to do? I mean, okay, so we do have the season 3 drops 1 pack there. Unfortunately, you can't expect too much from the first drop in season 3. That's what I was trying to say. So I think we're gonna open up some of these packs because I definitely hope that I can get Noah Syndergaard and thus I can save my money and my stubs. But I don't get him. All right, so it's either Brennan Crawford, Paul Konerko, or Jose Trevino. I feel like the move here is Paul Konerko. I mean, I'm tempted by Brendan Crawford because the Giants guys don't get a lot of pitchers or don't have a lot of diamonds, so you need to take advantage of that as much as you can. But, excuse me. But I mean, Paul Konerko just has the better stats. So, Paul Konerko is my choice. And then as far as the cornerstone captain guy, I already said it. It was gonna be Stephen Kwan. Yes, he doesn't have a lot of power, but I mean, compared to the rest of these guys, Mike Messina, don't expect a lot of strikeouts with him. O'Neal Cruz, no vision. Brandon Lowe, same thing, no vision. So I think Stephen Kwan is the guy. All right, let's see if we could get anything in this headliners pack. Nope, just got Seth Lugo. All right. I gotta build up my season 1 collection somehow. Or not my season 1, I'm sorry, my season 2. Or God damn it, season 3. Season 3. Excuse me. I would absolutely loathe to choose Chase Utley here. But right now, I think he's my best option, unless Adrian Beltre. He just can't hit against lefties, which is very odd considering he's a righty. At least Chase Utley is more well-rounded. God, it's gonna kill me as a Mets fan to do this, but I gotta take Chase Utley. As far as breaking barriers, this one honestly doesn't matter to me because there's just I don't use these cards anyway. Because they really don't add anything to my they don't add anything to my team. In terms of team affinity and everything. As far as the captains go, I'm gonna split this evenly. It's gonna be 3 hitters captains and 3 pitcher captains. Okay. There we go. Yep. Awesome. So captains, I feel like Calhoun might be the option. Maybe Carpenter, but I don't like his vision. That's the thing. I don't like his vision. Actually, maybe it's Trey Mancini. Yeah, let's go Trey Mancini. Jock Peterson only does well against righties, so I would never use him. David Peralta ain't bad. The vision just isn't there. JT Realmuto. I guess. Rowdy Tellez. Pretty good power. Yeah, I'll take Rowdy. I'm a little rowdy for Rowdy. As far as the pitcher goes, doesn't really matter. Well, actually, it does kind of matter because I would need some relievers. Like Liam Hendricks, that would be good. Taylor Rogers. I'm a little concerned about that home run per 9 rating. Tyler Matzek. Nah. Daniel Bard, no. Absolutely not. Oh, Sir Anthony Dominguez. No. Wait. The walks per 9. No. Joe Kelly, maybe? Yeah, Joe Kelly seems like the better option. And then, what up, Bray? How are ya? I think we'll go Yu Darvish. All right. We'll open up the jumbo pack, see what we get out of it. Maybe we could get a diamond out of here, but I don't think so. Haven't even gotten a freaking gold yet. Yep, no golds. No freaking golds. Doing good. I was at the Angels versus Tigers game yesterday. Oh, how was that? Tigers couldn't score any runs? Is that happens sometimes? That happens. All right, cool. So I got all these. Very good. Let's see if I get anything out of the show packs. Left 8 guys in scoring position and 10 guys on base. Not a good day. Not a good day. Welcome to the day in the life of a Mets fan. Although actually, our offense has been coming around. It's just our pitching cannot do anything. They cannot hold the lead. As evidenced by Edwin Diaz giving up the grand slam to Corbin Carroll in, what was it, Wednesday night's game? God, that was so freaking frustrating. Sweet, we got a diamond. It's a 80 diamond. Sunny Gray. So bottom 8, bases loaded, 2 outs. Ben Joyce comes in the pitch. Torkelson steps up. Well, Ben Joyce is tough. Like, take it from a Mets fan who watched Ben Joyce dominate the Mets in their series against the Angels. Ben Joyce is a hard pitcher. Okay? It's very hard because he throws hard. So Ben Joyce did his job. He's a tough pitcher. No one should ever underestimate. Just because he doesn't have a lot of control does not mean he's not a solid pitcher. You know, the control can come around, but he still throws hard. What up, Dodger? How are ya? I'm doing all right. Well, I mean, Bray, then that's why, you know, teams should not be that's why teams should not be taking or should not be leaving people on base. You got to have guys that come up with clutch. And if the Tigers don't have that, then I'm sorry, they're not going to win a lot of games. Take it from a Mets fan. You know, we are synonymous, especially in the beginning part of this season. The Mets were synonymous with leaving batters on base and not driving in any runs. Okay? You're not going to win a lot of games like that. You need guys who are going to come through. And if the guys aren't going to come through, well, then I'm sorry to say, but they're not going you're not going to win a lot of games. Yes. Yep, I've been spending the entire stream going over this. What series is that? Yeah, and then they're coming to Citi Field soon after. Sweet, someone sold me Jesse Winker. I'll take that. That's good because that helps me out in this program. Give me Jesse Winker. And I get a show pack. Yay! Red Sox are seeing, and the Tigers are sitting five. Ah! So then it sounds like this upcoming this is going to be a tough road stretch for the Red Sox because they know that the Tigers are going to play to keep in the wild card hunt, and then they know that the Mets are also going to play hard to stay in their wild card hunt too. So this is exactly what August baseball should have been. You face teams that are competing for the wild card spot, and that's how it should be. And may the better team win. Yeah, the Mets also need to not screw up against the White Sox. And I know that sounds silly to worry about, but believe me, as a Mets fan, I prepare myself for anything. Nothing surprises me about this team anymore. Ooh, Jordan Alvarez, he's supercharged. Maybe a good DH. Is my thing filtered? Oh, no, I have it. Wait a minute. I don't want season 2. We're season 3. Or set 3, excuse me. There we go. Oh, I didn't realize the Ernie Banks card is actually a core card. That's good. Didn't I have a center fielder? Or no, that was Stephen Kwan. That's right. I actually don't like guys playing in secondary positions, so. Good. I'd rather have Babe Ruth as a I'd rather have Babe Ruth as a DH. So I'm actually there we go. Yeah, that way Babe Ruth is in the starting lineup. Ugh, they mock me with the Jake Diekman card. They mock me. Hold on, I need to see if who the supercharged players are. We have Christian Betancourt, which I'm not going to put in. I'm not going to put him in. You have Yordan Alvarez. You also have Lawrence Butler and JJ Blede. Excuse me. But I need Jesse Winker. Left field, I really don't care so much about. But then again, I would just put in like Yordan Alvarez. I mean, he's supercharged, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave it exactly as it is. I think I'm okay with how this lineup is. I will have to make some adjustments here. Let's see. Well, if anything, Paul Konerko should bat before Jesse Winker. In fact, Babe Ruth should bat before all of them. I mean, we literally have no one better at catcher or at second base. Semion's down to a gold, so that doesn't help. Don't make me do Chase Utley. Please don't make me do Chase Utley. I can leave Ketel Marte in there for now. For now. But I may want to switch him later. Alright. Well, that's season 3 for you right there. That's all the Team Affinities. You have the programs. Kind of wish they would give a lot more to start out the thing. Ooh, a Corey Seager. Really? A Silver Slugger? That's it? You wouldn't go like World Series MVP? Wow. Wow, oh, wow, oh, wow. Shame. Such a shame. Alright, let me see what's new in Conquest here. Obviously, we have the oh, no. No, I'm not doing that. No. No, no, no. Nope, forget it. Not doing it. The hell with that. So I guess we'll just start to work on season 3 or the season 3 awards drop 1 program. I guess we'll do that. Since that's available to do. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get Nico Cavadas. Oh my gosh. Look at that vision. That's horrible. Ugh. And I got to hit a home run with him with such low vision. Yeah, that's basically what it is, Bray. That's basically what it is.
Batting it, the designated hitter, Nico Cavada.
And he has no speed either. Oh my gosh. Ah, great. Which means it has to be a home run. Well, it had to be a home run anyway. Just gotta play the Angels 8 times to finish the contest. I'm not even gonna bother with it. I'm not gonna bother with it. I've never needed Team Affinity Conquest maps before to finish the programs, and I sure as hell am not gonna need them now. Don't care. Not worth it. Besides, don't they still have the stat missions and everything? The total bases or whatnot? I didn't look at the missions, so I have to look at that. Are they repeatable or no? Yes, we know all this. We know.
Leading up for the game, the third baseman.
All right, so we just got to hit a home run with Addison Bargent. I feel like this is the same game that I just did the moment with Davides or whatever. Like I just did it with him. Excuse me.
Leading up for Toronto, the third baseman.
Oh my gosh. Maybe I need to clean up my glasses. Hold on, I can't see that. Just give me a second here. I am literally blind. This Barger should be a 98, but no, CSC is a weak season. Well, you gotta make do with what you have. At least he has more vision than the Angels player that I was just using. I wish they would have added another moment, though.
Got him.
Just gotta wait. Just gotta wait for the right pitch to come up.
Yep, that ball went out.
Excuse me. Not repeatable, but 100 hits gets you 75. Okay, I'll take that. Just gotta do a bunch of team build missions, that's all. I already have the lineup set. You know, thank goodness for... thank goodness you told me about Generate Best Squad for TA for Season 3, or Set 3.
No, inside.
That's fine. I'm fine with that being strong. I'm fine with letting that go.
Oh,
Acceleration. Oh. Weird.
Leading off for the Jays, the third baseman.
Just gonna play a bunch of play versus CPU games, and we'll see how it goes.
ball one, no play.
I mean, 75,000. You're talking about getting 2 of those missions done. 2 of those missions done. That's 150 right there. So even getting 3 of them done pretty much I think completes the program, because it's up to 200,000, isn't it?
Leading off for the
So you don't even have to do much. You just gotta do a team build, and you can get those hits. And especially if you play at Coors Field or you play at Costco Field, you know, you could easily get 30 hits a game if you do it right. Come on, stay fair, stay fair. Dang! I missed that. Dang it, dang it, dang it.
Oh,
Should have had it there. I should have had it. No, that's going to get it. I didn't say these moments were going to be easy.
inside, ball one.
Oh, God. But on a totally different subject, how about college football? You know, being the rest of the college football world catching up this week. I would say more official week 1 of the college football season finally getting underway. I mean, Saturday, a lot of games on tap. You know, obviously, I'm gonna be. Well, I don't think I'm gonna try and tune in for Penn State versus West Virginia. Just, it's at noon. I want to be able to sleep, especially since I'm not gonna get home until 8 o'clock in the morning or past 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm not running on 4 hours of sleep. I'll run on 6 hours, but not 4. I did not hear about that, gamer. What exactly are you talking about?
Ball. Two balls, no play.
Come on, Contreras. Throw me something that I can belt out of here. Oh my gosh. Oh, so sad. But see, that's the dangers right there of drunk driving. You know? That driver, I hope he's held accountable. If he's still alive. I don't know if he's dead or alive, but I hope he's held accountable. And, you know, again, that's the whole reason not to drive when you're drunk. Okay? You think, oh, it's all good, I'm going to be okay. You might be okay, but you get into a wreck, you may hurt or kill someone else. And that's unacceptable in my mind. Oh my gosh, that's even more tragic. Kind of reminds me of that, there was a article last week about a New York fiance that was on his way to his wedding, and he was killed by a driver going the wrong way. Absolutely totaled. Like, dude did not survive. On his way to his wedding, and he's killed. You know, like, I don't understand. Why does America not, or why do people not get it? Why do people insist on driving home drunk? Why? You know, many years ago, we didn't have stuff like Uber or rideshare. I mean, we had taxis, but now we have Ubers and everything. It's like, you don't need any more reasons to not drive home drunk. Or at the very least, just sober up for a while. You know, like, you could stay at the bar, but eat some food. Or if you're going to a party, eat. Eat. And, you know, do something. Dance. Whatever. Whatever you gotta do. Just don't drive home drunk. If you are drunk, or at the very least have someone designated as the driver, the sober driver. Yeah, it sucks for them, but at least no one's gonna get hurt. But you know, the ultimate decision you can make is maybe you just don't get drunk. You could have a couple drinks. You know, I was at my aunt's birthday last weekend, and they had alcohol there. I had one or two drinks, but I didn't drink too much because I knew I was driving home, or I was going to have to drive into work. So I didn't, I don't understand. Why do people insist on freaking... Why do they insist on driving home drunk? Why do they even insist on getting drunk?
1-0.
I don't understand. What's the need to get drunk?
He's out.
Good. I'm glad that he's being held accountable. You should know that he just destroyed two lives there. Or he took away 2 lives. Destroyed a family. And most likely an NHL team as well. Devastated. I don't understand. I really do not understand why people feel like they need to get drunk. You can have a good time without getting drunk. You can have a couple drinks, but you gotta pace yourself. Don't want to overdo it. Now this guy, he also ruined his own life too, because now he's being charged like a criminal. So forget any jobs that he had. Forget all the money that he earned, because now he's going to have to spend it all on lawyers and courts and everything. Legal fees. This guy just ruined his own life only because he decided to drive home drunk or drive drunk. I don't know what to say about that other than nice going, dumbass. That's all I could say about it. And I hope that people seriously, I hope people seriously get the message that not to do this stupid crap. Don't do it. There's no reason. This is a holiday weekend. This is a holiday weekend. You can have fun. This is supposed to celebrate the end of summer, the unofficial end of summer. So have fun. But you don't have to get drunk off your ass to be able to have fun. If you do, you're an idiot. That's all I have to say about it. You think you need to have you believe that you need to get drunk in order to have a good time? I'm sorry, you're an idiot. You can drink, but you do not need to get drunk. I really don't understand. I really don't. I'm honestly beside myself with how much stupid crap there is in the world, especially when it comes to drinking. Because now 2 lives are gone, a family is devastated, and a man just ruined his own life for no goddamn reason. And no, that's not me just saying that just so I sound like a good person. Oh, I get, morality points. No, not at all. Okay? This is not about me trying to look good, trying to earn morality points or anything. This is me trying to be serious. Me trying to comprehend why it is that people decide they need to do this. Because I can't see any reason whatsoever to do it. I don't know if it's just me just playing this game, but it seems like the pitches were slow. I mean, maybe it's just Kyle Freeland. Maybe it's just him, but it just seemed like that pitch to Jose Ramirez was really slow. Attaboy Ernie. It's definitely going to be heavy on the Yankees here because I have Babe Ruth and Aaron Judge in here.
The first baseman, number 25, Rafael Palmeiro.
Wow. Jerk. You are a jerk. You are a jerk. That's what you get for being a jerk. Paul Konerko's going to take your ass deep. And it's going to be followed up by Jesse Winker. How do you like them apples? Bye-bye, Freeland.
Number 7, Antoine.
All right, let's see what Pedro can do.
Hey! 0-2 is the count. Ball in.
Strike 3, sit down. Could I have let that go and let it be a foul ball? Yeah. Yeah, I could have. But I didn't.
Ball 1.
Get there, Judge. Get there, get there, get there. Thank God.
Ball, that's out.
And that's going to get caught. Oh, no, it's not. Ooh, thank God. Nice. He's going to get he may get another triple out of that. Ah, he only got a double. Oh, well. Oh, I also forgot about Jose Ramirez, too. So it's actually a Guardians. There's also more than one Guardian in this lineup, too. I kind of forgot about Jose Ramirez and Steven Kwan. Okay, so guess I'm focusing on their missions.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Guardians and Yankees, whatever their missions are. I also have to see if there are any pitching missions for the teams. Because if there are, then I may want to put some of their pitchers in.
Nope, outside.
Strike 3, sit down.
Hey! 0-1's the count. Hey! 0-2.
Strike 3, sit down. I think there was also a roster update, too, that I forgot to go over. Oh, well.
Leading off for Long Island, the center fielder, Aaron Judge.
Nice, Judge. Yeah, that's a home run. Not going to steal that one, or not going to steal an out from me on that one. I wouldn't be flexing too much, Palmero. You got lucky.
Pull inside. That's ball two.
Nice. Man, this Paul Konerko card is absolutely ripping for me. I know it's only rookie and it's at Coors Field. Not blind to the easiness of this. But I'm just saying, like, Paul Konerko is absolutely ripping. As is Jesse Winker. Go ahead, Marte. Go three. Go three. Yeah! And those home runs, by the way, by Winker are very helpful. You know, if I'm going to make any progress in the in Season 3 Awards Drop 1 program, then I need to hit as many, or get as many hits with Jesse Winker as possible. Because he's the only one I've got at this point. Attaboy, Jose!
Now pitching for the Rockies, number 38, Victor.
And Babe Ruth is going deep too. And they decided to put in Vodnik. They're paying the price for it.
All one.
You kind of had to expect it with switch hitters, lefties. Ooh, Grace. Bailed out by his second baseman. But Judge isn't going to let that last long because he's going to go deep. As is Palmero. Yeah, they better get Vodnik out of there. I don't know what they're waiting on. I mean, how many freaking home runs has he given up in this inning alone? It's probably 5. Yeah, they were smart to get him out of there. I mean, Justin Lawrence isn't that great either, but especially since Jesse Winker just went deep again. Home run derby, but that's why I like playing here. There. At least finally they're able to allow any more home runs. Yeah, I went.
Did he go?
But just going back to my Mets for just a second, because I cannot tell you guys I can't tell you guys enough how huge this series against Arizona is. Okay, and San Diego too. You know, the Mets took 2 out of 3 against San Diego in New York. Took 2 out of 3 against San Diego. Needed to come into they took two out of three against against the Padres, and they had to go into San Diego with at least a split. You're welcome, Dodger. You're welcome. Now the Dodgers owe us something, just like the Yankees do. But the Yankees are not going to be able to pay their debt until God knows when, because they're not facing off against the Padres, the Diamondbacks, the Phillies, or the Braves anytime soon. Strike three, sit out. So if y'all are going up against, good, destroy them. Destroy them and make them fall in the standings. Because now the Mets have like three great options, or have three different pathways to the world, to the playoffs, to the wild card game. Okay, they just need either the Padres, the D-backs, or the Braves to have a terrible month of September. If that happens, the Mets get that third wild card spot, and they're off to the postseason. Yes, they may have to go up against the Milwaukee Brewers, but what can you do? Although, if the Mets are in position at that time to take the third and final wild card spot, then that last season series, or that last series of the season, could very well be a preview of what's to come in the wild card round. Of course, then me and Cheater are probably going to trash talk each other. And here's the other thing, too. I'm saying third wild card spot, but if two of those teams, or if all three of them don't have a great September, then the Mets are in position to get as high as the first wild card spot. But again, the Mets need to have a good September. Okay, it can't just be. It can't just be. Let's just coast. No, they can't coast. They have to have a solid September if they want to make the postseason.
Ball, that's off the plate.
All right. It's not enough for them to just be decent. It has to be good. And there is one particular stretch where they're going to go up against the Braves and the Phillies in September, late September, actually. They need to win out those series, because that could ultimately dictate what happens in the wild card. Or even the NL East. I mean, it may, if they play spoiler to the Phillies, who knows? I mean, I don't think the Mets are going to win the division. But, hey, just make things a little more interesting.
Leading up for the Rockies, the center fielder,
Nope.
We'll see what happens in September, but this is a huge month. The Mets either get off, either remain in contention, or they drop off and they're out of it. But they gotta figure out the pitching. They really do. Okay? Thank God for expanded rosters. Thank God. Oh man, they took a hit away from Jesse Winker. Darn it. Stephen Kwan just freaking unloading right now. I mean, he's had has he had 2 triples and 2 doubles for me in this game? Or has he only had the 1 triple? Yeah, only, okay, so 3 doubles, 1 triple. I forgot that the second attempt at the triple, he got gunned. Kind of forgot about that, you know? A little hot in here. I may want to turn on my AC.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I just turned it off this morning when I woke up because I was like, ooh, it's a little cold in here. Probably can sleep comfortably or go back to sleep comfortably if I turn it off.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
So after this at bat. There we go.
Designated hitter. Now back the shortstop, Ernie Banks.
Not as great of an inning. Darn it.
Aye! 0-1's the count.
Oh, I also forgot to check out the Battle Royale and Ranked Seasons Awards. I forgot to do that. No one should have Randy Johnson at this point. Like, I don't care if they've done all the programs. No one should have Randy Johnson at this point, which might make it more of a reason to go ahead and play Ranked Seasons now. Because Battle Royale, you're going to go up against Randy if someone chooses. Strike 3, sit down. No one should have Randy Johnson at this point. 150 cards, there's no way. You could get all the Battle Royale cards, you could get all the Ranked Seasons cards, and you could get all the Team Affinity cards. You would still not have enough. You would need to spend money like crazy to get all the cards in the marketplace, and even then, I don't think that's enough. Might be just short, actually. I would say by like 20 cards.
Ball, that's in.
Attaboy Palmero. You know what? I'm inclined to keep Konerko as my catcher. I am very much inclined to keep him as my catcher.
Number 59.
This is a very solid card. If you guys haven't gotten him already, I would get him.
Ball. I got a ball, 1 strike.
All right, take a base hit. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. 2 RBI double. I'll take it. I also didn't realize this, but I lined up the Guardians and Yankees players to be back-to-back. I think. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't do it with the Yankees players. I only did with the Guardians players. But Babe Ruth and Aaron Judge are close enough. They're only separated by Ernie Banks.
Number 30. Tyler Kinley.
Ball 1.
I will say, though, that Ernie Banks card hasn't been very good for me. 1 out of 6. Not going to fly with me. Especially on rookie.
Ball 1's the count.
It's not good.
That's a ball. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hey, 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down.
Up next for Colorado. No left field. Sam Hilliard.
Ball, that's inside. Hey, 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down. Keep mowing him down, Pedro.
15. Designated hitter. Hunter. Goodman.
Hey! 0-1. Yeah! 0-2 is the count. Hey!
Strike 3, sit down.
Hey! 0-1's the count. Hey! 0-2.
There we go, Judge. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at the Team Affinity the Team Affinity missions and just see like what I have to do in order to get the team missions.
Now batting, catcher, Paul Konerko.
Oh my gosh, yeah, this Paul Konerko card, I think I'm keeping him as my catcher.
Now pitching for the Rockies,
I do hope that they eventually release a 99 Mike Piazza card.
Judge.
I really do. Because as far as I could tell, they have a 90 overall Piazza. Maybe they have another one with the Mets. I don't think he's 99. I think he's like 93 or 94. Have to check.
Hey.
Excuse me.
Ball.
Strike 3, sit down.
The right fielder, number 19, Charlie Blackman.
No. Inside. Hey. Hey. Two.
Excuse me again. Jeez.
Three.
I didn't think I was tired. Strike 3, sit down.
Ball. That's inside. Hey. 1-1.
Base hit.
Now batting, first baseman,
Good thing good thing it's, no hitters count for something in Team Affinity.
1-1. One ball, two strikes. Ball two.
Ooh. The Stephen Kwan card is also really good for me, too. I may keep him.
now batting, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Yes! I'll take a base hit. Now the fielder has not had any luck with any of his dives since he had that one catch in foul territory. Ever since then, he's just been
Now batting, shortstop, Ernie Banks.
Yep, that ball went out.
as far as Ernie Banks go, he's probably not going to start. It's just if you can't hit well on rookie at Coors Field, then I'm sorry, you probably should not be in my ranked season. And when I say not hit well, I mean like you get one hit in 5 or 6 at bats. Like to me, that's inexcusable, especially if you're a high 90 or a mid 90 like Ernie Banks is.
Ball inside. Ball, that's just out. Aye. 2-2 now.
Strike 3, sit down.
The batter, number 7, second baseman, Roger.
Aye. 0-1. Aye. No ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down.
Aye.
Oh, by the way, guys, tomorrow I may do the stream early. I'm thinking maybe 1 o'clock. Because I'm trying to take advantage of this fair holiday that NJ Transit has going on. And weekends are usually a pain in the butt to be able to get to work and everything. So, I need to leave by like, I want to say 5. Actually, maybe I could leave at 6. Because usually it takes me like an hour and a half to park getting into New York City. That's a fair ball. Let's go.
No. Mistake.
And Paul Konerko is also going to get a base hit. I think they would rule that as a. They could rule it as a double, but I think they would rule it as a single. Because if Palmeiro was not on base, would I have advanced Konerko? Probably. Anyway, Jesse Winker has a huge opportunity here. Looks like he takes advantage. Thank you, Jesse Winker. 2 RBI single. Take it. That's all good XP right there. All good XP. And since he's the only one that's tops now for me for right now, I gotta use him. Yes, even in his secondary position, like he is in right field. I know I said I don't normally like to use people who are in their secondary positions, but considering I have so little to go off of right now, I need it. Or I need Jesse Winker in right. And after all, Stephen Kwan is not playing bad for me. In fact, he's playing really well. A triple, three doubles, a base hit. Not bad for not bad for Kwan. That's foul. Darn. Yeah. There we go. Thank you, Babe Ruth. That's what I was hoping for from Winker and Ramirez, but I'll take it from Ruth. That works too. Oh, sure. Now Ernie Banks wants to start hitting. He had a whole game to hit. Now he chooses now of all times. Because he probably knows this is the end for him. So he's like, wait, keep me in. I know I can do it. Yep, not gonna work. Bobby Witt is coming in. If the ball had gotten past him, I would have gotten the second, but I gotta settle for the single. Thank you. Yes, Jesse Winker. Yes. Oh my gosh. I think he's got to have the mission done. So that just means I get Cavades, Nevada's or whatever, whoever it is, the Angels player in the drop one program. But at least that's another guy that I can add to my lineup. Excuse me. Stephen Kwan may have been tired. Oh my gosh, look at how short Stephen Kwan is. Oh my gosh. I did not think he was that short. That's crazy.
Oh. Hey. Nope.
This is just a random thought, but kind of having to do with baseball. If you guys remember the Bigs, the baseball arcade game on PlayStation, I think they did it on. I don't think they did it for Xbox, but anyway, strike three, sit down. If you recall that during the loading screens when you were going into a game, they would usually highlight a player from that team, like to say, oh, you know, this team is pretty good, or is on the upside, and they've got this player leading them. And you know, I was just thinking, like, for the Rockies, who would that be? Like, who would be the player that they would highlight? I would be inclined to think it's Brendan Doyle. I think they would go with him. But at the same time, like, maybe they would want to go with like Charlie Blackmon, saying, oh, the veteran leadership of Charlie Blackmon. You know? It just kind of dawned on me while I was playing that game. It was like, oh, it's, you know, it's this, or it would be this player or that player. Kind of like a food for thought, I guess. All right, let's see what some of the... Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, interesting. Wait, how much is the showdown? 15,000? Doesn't get you a whole lot, gets you to unlockable. Actually, let me go to the Dodgers for a second because I know Paul Konerko was ripping for me. Yeah, so if I were to get these mission done, I would get 35,000, which not close enough. But let's check out the Guardians and the Yankees since I was working on them. RBIs, okay, we got 12 hits with them. And then for the Yankees, obviously none of these missions are done. I just want to make that clear. None of these missions are done. Okay, I'm only going over them because it was like I know I made some progress. Just want to know like how much sooner I have to go. Now, as far as Nationals go, I need quite a few more strikeouts from Pedro. But I did get I did get him, so I think I gotta go with him. So sorry to Palmero, but Angel's gotta come. Angel's coming through. Let me see, because I'm gonna replace Ernie Banks with Bobby Witt. Oh well, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. And Bobby Witt, he's gonna lead off. Stephen Kwan will hit behind him. I think Jesse Winker needs to be further up the lineup. Just so we can start getting the missions done with him. And then we have this third baseman who could play pretty much everywhere except catcher. And then we also have JT Realmuto, who can play catcher, or who is a catcher, as is Yainer Diaz. Did the home runs. I did the hits. Need to get more hits, more extra base hits, and I got to work on saves. Plus, get Astros in my lineup, too. Well, wait a minute. I do have an Astros player in my lineup. Or in my rotation, more specifically, Roy Oswalt. Oh, no. And just as soon as I said that, I realized what a mistake that would be. Wow, I only need one more home run with either Winker or what's his name? Cavadas in order to get this mission done. That's 15 right there. 15, and that'll put me at over 41, which means I would get Real Muto along with Barger. And then get the general missions. I mean, I'm not that far away from hits with first baseman. So, and plus I have to do that anyway with the Angels guy. If I do go Roy Oswalt, I have to go at least 6 innings. And more importantly, I'm probably going to have to prepare my bullpen to be able to come in for him. Yeah, he's got like a 9. Well, that's online. Offline, I mean, only pitched 2 innings, so we're only talking about, or only pitched 3 innings, and so Conquest maybe. Yeah, I thought Roy. Maybe it was bad because I had him in for like an online game and he stunk. Because I mean, look at that ERA. It's 9.0. Not good. Yeah, let's just go with Roy Oswalt. Let's just go with him. And if he stinks, he stinks. Nothing I can do about it. Excuse me. I also can't forget about the core cards that are part of the mini seasons for career achievements and everything. Can't forget about that either. Wow. Right off the bat, Bobby Witt is robbed of a hit. Stephen Kwan does not get a hit there, so it's down to Babe Ruth.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no strike.
And that's...
He's out.
Leading off for the Rockies, the center fielder, Brenton Doyle.
Ball, that's inside. Ball, that's it. Two balls, one strike. Aye. Two balls, two strikes.
Strike 3, sit down. Oh, is there a NASCAR race today? Remember, I need at least 6 innings with Roy on.
Ball, 10.
Get there, Quan. Get there. Yes! Let's listen to me.
Aye. Ball, that's inside.
Strike 3, sit down.
Leading off for Long Island, the center fielder.
All right, let's see if we can get some real offense going here.
1-0. Outside, ball 2.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you. Can he make it to second, though? Yes, he'll be fine. 43 speed. I didn't realize he was that slow. I thought he was much quicker. Nico Cavadas. Okay, well, there's that base hit that I needed. Would have liked a home run, but Jesse Winker should follow him. Oh, nope, it's Jose Ramirez. Okay, so Jesse Winker would be next after Jose. Nice! Now that's what I was looking for from Nevadas. But, hey, I guess whatever works. Yes! And Jesse Winker gets me the home run that I was looking for. So despite Jose Ramirez taking that, or driving in all the runs, Winker was still able to get his solo shot. So that helps in terms of the program. And Paul Konerko just keeps racking. Is Konerko done? Like, is the catcher mission done? I don't exactly remember if it was or wasn't. Well, either way, he's in my lineup anyway. He's going to stay there. So, can't really worry about it. I do know that the third baseman mission is not done. And neither is the first baseman mission. So, whatever is after that... Oh, the 20 or 250 XP with Astros, which is going to be Roy Oswalt, and the saves with the closing pitchers. So yeah, I think Konerko or the catcher mission is done. I believe it's done.
Counts 1-0.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot that Bobby Witt can steal. He's got 99 speed. I mean, would it hurt? No. Especially, I might be able to pull off a double steal. Or Babe Ruth can just go deep and drive in 3 runs. We could do that. Now Ruth and Judge are back-to-back. Only problem is Juan and Jose are not back-to-back. I have a feeling that I am definitely going to be done, or have the AL East, have some progress in the AL East.
0-1.
I need the hits. I need hits.
Ball that's outside.
I don't know how many extra base hits I needed with Jose Ramirez, but he did get the one earlier, so can't be too upset.
One ball. 2 strikes.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
0-1.
And no reason to try it at first. He wasn't going to get him anyway. It's more important that we just get the XP with Roy Oswald.
Hey! No ball, 2 strikes. Hey!
Strike 3, sit out.
Hey!
I thought the, oh no. I'm sorry, I was going to say there for a second, I thought the Rockies released Jacob Stallings, and that wasn't who I was thinking of. It was Elias Diaz that I was thinking. Winker just keeps belting home runs for me. By the way, I'm gonna have to check in on my Noah Syndergaard. I'm gonna have to check in on Noah Syndergaard order. It probably got outbid, but I was hopeful that maybe someone would have sold him to me already. You, not the double play. Cattell Marte, what are you doing? What are you doing? Bobby Witt Jr. can at least go deep. Yeah.
Now pitching for the Rockies, number 58, Lucas Gilbert.
Vaughn is going to get another double out of this, or he's going to get a double out of this. So. I mean, hopefully Jose Ramirez has got the RBI missions, because right now, unless Bobby Witt Jr. gets on base, Juan isn't really going to have anyone to drive in. That boy Babe Ruth. I do want to catch the 8:30 bus.
Ball, that's in.
In fact, I better text my ride. Tell him that's what I plan on doing. Oh. Sorry. I'll text him later. That, or I know someone else I can have pick me up and just drive me over to the bus. Strike 3, sit down. You know, the other thing too that I probably should have thought of, I could have had Rafael Palmeiro just be DH. I know that would have taken away Babe Ruth and everything, but you know, if I really wanted to get the mission done,
One ball,
then that's probably what I should have done. Yeah, oh well. Hindsight is 2020. Strike 3, sit down. Roy Oswald is mowing mowing along here. That's a good sign.
82. 0-2.
Strike 3, sit down. Of course, then what am I going to do for the next drop next week?
The first baseman.
You know, I'm going to have Gainer Diaz, but I'm also going to have JT Realmuto. I guess I can do, like, I could do one of them at DH.
Nope, outside.
I guess just depends on how far I make it into Team Affinity. Attaboy Winker. Yeah, I gotta say, I think I gotta keep running with Winker. He's smacking the ball. So Winker, Canerco, Juan. They're all hitting very well for me, easily making it. And yes, I know this, again, I recognize that this is on rookie. But I'm telling you that if you can't hit well for me on rookie, you have no business being in my life. At Coors Field, too. If you can't hit on rookie and at Coors Field, then I'm sorry, but you can't be in my life. Is that going to be enough? Yes, it will be. All right.
Ball 1, no strike.
Attaboy Ruth. I don't know if the XP missions are also part of the Team Affinity. If they are, that'd be great. Because I feel like I could get a lot of XP with just Judge and Soda, or Judge and Ruth. Maybe I had Cavadas all wrong. You know, like, during the moment, he stunk for me, but now that I've got him on rookie playing at Coors Field, it's not hitting too bad for me. It's getting me my hits that I need for the first base mission, yes. He really isn't hitting that bad. Ah, dang it. That's all right.
Hey! Ball, that pitch is out.
Strike 3, sit down.
Now batting, the shortstop, CPO.
Oh, good. Okay, the front of the jerseys do have Hofstra on them. Because as you saw in the last game, they didn't.
Ball, that's out.
And yet, this game they do. That just happens a lot, where first game I play in Diamond Dynasty, the name on the front doesn't appear. But it'll appear in other games. Strike 3, sit down.
The first baseman, number 4, Michael.
0-1.
If I do need the saves with
0-2 is the count.
to be able to complete the mission, strike 3, sit out, or complete the program, then I can always do some conquest games and just get the saves. I don't think I need it, but I'm not 100% sure on it, if I'm being honest. Already, Bobby Witt Jr. is an upgrade over Ernie Banks. Sorry, Ernie. You know, maybe when I need to do the Cubs missions, then I'll buzz him, but he just didn't hit well. He did not hit well on rookie here in the last game. He didn't hit well. Woo! Yeah, when I get back to the main menu, there's no doubt that I'm going to have at least 35,000 XP in the AL East
Now
Team
comes
Affinity.
number 57.
There's no doubt about it.
Umpire, Jim Daly.
Yeah. 0-1's the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball.
I also want to be able to wrap this up before the 6 o'clock because I got to start getting ready for work. I still got to figure out what I'm going to bring for dinner. Then I need to get ready, get work clothes on.
Got it.
Kind of crunching or getting close here. I'm getting close. Strike 3, sit down.
The batter, the catcher, Jacob Golden.
All right, let's see. Can Cavadas get that 4th hit that I need?
Ball 1.
Nice. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Today is just going to get a nice RBI double. That's fine. We do need RBIs, and Stephen Kwan hasn't been available to do that, but Jose Ramirez has picked up in that department. Unfortunately, Jesse Winker is my only choice when it comes to the Mets. I mean, I could put Curtis Granderson in, but that would just take out Winker.
side.
Also have Carlos Delgado, too. Carlos Delgado. Either way, I'm not thinking about that right now. The more important, or the teams that have more of the priority right now are the Guardians and the Yankees. And I'm sure that the Dodgers are not that far behind either, because Konerko has been absolutely killing it. Patel Marte, on the other hand, that's all I have to say about that. Way
to go for the Rockies. The left fielder, Sam Hilliard.
0-1. Ball. Aye.
Strike 3, sit down.
Aye. 0-1's the count.
Strike 3, sit down. All right, so maybe Roy can actually go the full 9 innings. Although, maybe it would be a good idea just to have someone up and warming, just in case, things go south. Let's see. We have Diekman, we have Kimbrel, we have Mason Miller, Emmanuel Clase, Matt Strom, Liam Hendricks, Joe Kelly, Felix Bautista. I'm feeling Hendricks. I don't know why, just kind of what I'm feeling. Of course, it all depends on whether or not Roy Oswalt actually, gives up a run. Oh, finally, Kwan is actually coming through. Uh-oh. That was close. Actually, now that I think about it, I could just sub Babe Ruth out. For who? I mean, we could add Mike Piazza. We could add Mike Piazza and continue on with the Dodgers. Can do that. It's just, I don't need Babe Ruth and Aaron Judge anymore. Obviously, they would help a lot in terms of getting the hits and everything, but I really don't need. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't have taken out Babe Ruth. Not because of that fly out, thrown out double play. More like I probably could have kept Babe Ruth in and kept working on the Yankees hits. The 100 hits that give me 75,000 Team Affinity XP. All right, let's see. Does Roy Oswalt give up a run?
Counts 1-0.
Does he get it before he gets one out? He does not. So a save is not going to be likely. So let me go to the bullpen. Let me tell Liam Hendricks just to be ready and waiting. Troy Oswalt does give up a run. We can
Off the plate.
throw him in. Excuse me. Strike 3, sit down.
The first baseman, number 4, Michael Solia.
0-1. Hey. No ball, 2 strikes. Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down. All right, so maybe it's not. Maybe it won't be after 8 innings. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Attaboy Winker. You know, he also counts towards the Mets team affinity too, so I have to rely on Winker. Total bases also counts too, but maybe they... Nah, if that was already done, then I would have gotten notified about it. Well, I would have seen some progress in the NL East, but there wasn't.
That's a ball.
Yikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
How are there 42,000 people? Must be opening day for them. Do I send them? Nah. I'm not challenging Doyle's arm. Not with 53 speed. If it were 90 speed, I would definitely, or 99 speed, I would definitely consider it. There we go. Nice, Bobby Witt. Good home run. Some RBIs.
Number 30, Tyler.
Hey, it helps. Fortunately, not for Quan, but if the hits and RBIs are done with the Guardians, then that really doesn't matter. Piazza, what are you doing? You're stinking it up here. Chased it. I chased it. That's what happens.
Hey. 0-1's the count. Ball, that's low.
Strike 3, sit down. All right, so Oswald is at least going to finish out this inning. I mean, good for him if he gets the complete game shutout.
Yeah. 0-2 is the count.
Good for him.
That's outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down. Keep it going, Oswald. We got this.
Ball and 1.
Strike 3, sit down. All right, so maybe Oswald can get through. Maybe he can get the complete game shutout. He's already on his way. I didn't need him to do the whole complete game shutout thing, but hey, I appreciate it. I really do. Woo, man. Dude, that may reach the roof. Oh my gosh, what a shot. And Jesse Winker's going to follow it up too. Not that I think he's got enough hits and RBIs and total base, or he's got enough RBIs and total bases to be able to complete the Mets mission. If I want the strikeouts, then I could just put in Noah Syndergaard. But right now, I'd be working on Pedro Martinez. Konerko, he's going to go deep. Maybe Konerko can also get the Dodgers mission done. Maybe I didn't need Mike Piazza at all. And I was just an idiot. Alrighty. Very uneventful last half inning in this game. Strike 3, sit down. Strike 3, sit down. Keep it going, Roy Oswald. Get 20 strikeouts. I mean, that'll help tremendously with the Astros.
No ball, 2 strikes.
He's just throwing fastballs at this point. I don't understand why. That requires more energy.
Ball one. Ball two. 2-2 the count.
There you go. Throw sinker.
Count is
Oh.
ball four.
Really gonna battle me on the last. I just need one
Up
more
next for
out.
Colorado, the right fielder,
You're gonna battle me.
Charlie.
You suck.
Ball one's the count.
Not even gonna worry about him.
Ball foul.
If he gets in, he gets in. Strike three, sit down. Attaboy, Roy Oswalt. Nice. There we go. Yep. See, I didn't think we needed the. I didn't think we needed the saves to be able to get this done, but it's done now, and we got Dansby Swanson too. So now we have some extra. Now we have an extra Cub on there, one that could replace Ernie Banks. But yeah, you can see here that. Whoa. That's a lot. Oh, right, because they got the. So wait, why didn't was this for Parallel XP? No. So what was this for? Not for the Royals. Oh, wait. Are those repeatable missions? Although this is Parallel XP. So this is repeatable, but is this repeatable? Yeah, it is. Ah. So these are all repeatable. Got it. Got it. Okay, well, that's good to know. That is very, very, very good to know. Oh, so, okay, so they're just giving me all the jerseys. I don't have to pick one anymore. It's just all of them. Actually, that may help me in my jersey collections. Hold on. Well, I got close. Nothing there. Got a couple there. Okay, well, 39. I feel like that's all it's going to be for right now until new packs come out. All right, what do you say we do the Millionaire pack? 2,000 subs, okay, I'll take 2,000, 2,000 free subs right there. And let's see. Oh, someone did get me Noah Syndergaard. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, how about I actually go through the ranked seasons rewards, because I didn't do that earlier. So you can earn Bruce Sutter by playing the program. World Series rewards between Paul O'Neill and Barry Larkin. I'm inclined to go with Barry Larkin, but I can see why people would want to go Paul O'Neill. And then for Battle Royale, go through that. Silvers, no Mets, thank God. You got Tom Hankey. You have Brock Burke. Okay. You have Ron Marinaccio. And you have Garrett Crochet. Are these all relievers? Yeah, they're all relief pitchers. Okay. As for the golds, you have Paul DeYoung. You also have Trevor Story. You have Taylor Ward. And you have Trent Grisham. In the 87 overall, you got Jose Altuve as 2022 second half seasonal card. You also have postseason Chili Davis, rookie Adley Rushman, and rookie Nolan Jones. 387. And then the flawless rewards are 97 Alex Gordon and 97 Felix Bautista. So those are your rewards. As for the events, because I might as well take a look at that, you can get relief pitcher Wade Boggs. And you can also get shortstop Trevor Hoffman, which that is insane. But okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Those are your rewards. I see I still got a couple of minutes left before yay, I unlocked a slot that I really don't need. But I am going to get a headliners pack. So that's good. Got that. Those special collections out of position 3. Only got 2 with Noah Syndergaard and Paul Konerko. That's fine. Whoops. No, I don't want to leave yet. I don't want to leave. Again, the only one that I'm going to be able to get is the pack 39. That's the only one. Until they come out with new ones, pack 39 is all we're going to get. So we say we go ahead and open up the these packs. And then we'll call it. Ooh! Glad I didn't flip on that. It's an 87 diamond. George Kirby. Okay. All valuable stuff right there. Especially since I just dropped a boatload of them to be able to get Noah Syndergaard and Jesse Winker. So any subs I can get just helps, just helps me build up what I just dropped to get those 2 Mets cards. All right. So far, nothing except for George Kirby. Yeah. I mean, look, show packs, very rare that you ever get diamonds out of them. They're like 1 in 50. 1 in 15 for Fallen is a Habit, and 1 in 10 for headliner packs. So, not great odds, but it is what it is. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. So thank you to everyone who tuned in, even if it was only for a moment. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you liked the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on X at TTVNextJGGen24. It's my gamer tag that's in the upper left there. So go give me a follow. I'll usually post whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start up a stream. So we got the first season awards drop program done. First program in season 3. So that's very good. There's not going to be any more. There won't be any more programs released, I think, until looks like the next one is going to be September 6th. So that's not till next week. Um, so what we can do is we can either grind Battle Royale, we can grind ranked seasons. If we do ranked seasons, I mean, bear in mind that we cannot get to the World Series pack for right now. We can't, and also I don't know if I feel comfortable getting to ranked seasons, especially when I don't have the out of position guys, and I'm working a day behind. You have to remember that. So I'm assuming that there are people who already have these cards that if I were to hop online right now, they would whoop my behind. So I think I'm going to hold off on ranked seasons for now. Maybe I'll pop into Battle Royale. I'm not sure. But either way, the ultimate goal is to continue grinding Team Affinity and getting these programs done. Obviously, we've already made a lot of progress with the Yankees. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was repeatable. So I think we're going to continue on. Just keep going as much as we can. But we may do Battle Royale. I don't know yet. I'll think about it during the overnight. And then that way, by tomorrow, when I pop on again at 2 o'clock Eastern, I'll have a more definitive answer and a more definitive plan as to what I'm doing. So I hope you'll tune in tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, or 2 p.m. Eastern, I'm sorry. And yes, Dodger, I do plan on streaming this entire weekend. So I hope you'll tune in tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. And until then, guys, have a good night.